Welcome to our deep dive technical analysis of Navitas Semiconductor Corporation, ticker NVTS. In October 2025, NVTS has captured the spotlight with a jaw-dropping surge, more than doubling its price in just a few weeks. Today we'll break down the technical signals, price action, and what might come next for this fast-moving semiconductor stock. Whether you're a trader or a long-term investor, understanding the current setup is crucial. Let's start by setting the stage with a quick overview of what's been happening with NVTS and why it's making headlines. October has been nothing short of extraordinary for NVTS. The stock rocketed from around $7.80 at the start of the month to a new 52-week high of $16.85 by mid-October. That's over a 100% gain in just 2 weeks, driven by strong sector momentum and massive trading volumes. On October 14 alone, more than 157 million shares changed hands, signaling intense market interest. While the stock did pull back slightly after hitting its peak, it's still holding onto impressive gains. This kind of explosive move often attracts both momentum traders and cautious investors alike. As of the last close on October 18, NVTS is trading at $14.66. This marks a daily decline of 6.21%, but the stock remains near its recent highs. The 52-week range stretches from a low of $1.52 to the recent high of $16.85, with the current price sitting at an impressive 85.71% of that range. Such a position near the top of its yearly range often signals either a potential breakout continuation or a looming reversal. Investors are watching closely to see if NVTS can maintain its momentum or if a correction is on the horizon. Technical traders are paying close attention to NVTS's key levels. The main pivot point sits at $14.82, with immediate support at $13.86 and resistance at $15.62 and $16.85. These levels are crucial for short-term trading decisions. If NVTS holds above support, bulls may attempt another run at resistance. However, a break below support could trigger a sharper pullback. These price levels act as psychological markers for both buyers and sellers, shaping the next phase of trading activity. VTS currently exhibits moderate volatility, with a 14-day beta of 0.712. This means the stock is somewhat sensitive to sector movements but not excessively wild compared to the broader market. The risk-reward ratio is tilted toward high risk, given the stock's extended position near its 52-week high. Traders should be aware that such rapid gains can quickly reverse, especially if sector sentiment shifts or profit-taking accelerate. Managing position size and setting stop losses is essential in this environment. Look at the moving averages shows a strongly bullish alignment. NVTS's price is well above all major simple and exponential moving averages. For example, it's trading 48% above the 20-day EMA and a staggering 156% above the 200-day EMA. This kind of alignment is rare and typically signals a powerful uptrend. However, it also means the stock is stretched and could be vulnerable to mean reversion if momentum fades. The moving average score is strongly positive, reinforcing the bullish case for now. Short-term moving averages like the 5-day and 10-day EMAs are also pointing upward, supporting the ongoing rally. The 5-day SMA is at $13.60, while the 10-day EMA sits at $11.73, both well below the current price. Adaptive moving averages such as TEMA and DEMA are trailing the price but still trending higher. These indicators suggest that despite the recent pullback, the short-term trend remains firmly bullish unless there's a sharp reversal. Oscillator readings are flashing warning signs. The Relative Strength Index, RSI, is at 80.7, deep into overbought territory, while the stochastic %K is also elevated at 87.68. These levels typically suggest that the stock is due for a breather or a short-term correction. The MACD histogram remains positive, confirming strong momentum, but traders should be cautious as such extreme readings often precede pullbacks. Monitoring these oscillators can help anticipate potential reversals. Momentum indicators are off the charts for NVTS. The 10-day momentum score is plus 684, and the rate of change ROC over 14 days is a staggering plus 103.89%. These numbers confirm the parabolic nature of the recent rally. Additional momentum signals like TRIX and PPO also point to continued velocity. While this is great for short-term traders riding the wave, it also means the stock is at risk of sharp corrections if momentum stalls. Trend strength for NVTS is exceptionally high. The average directional index ADX stands at 49.15, well above the threshold for a strong trend. The Arun-Up indicator is at 96, and the commodity channel index CCI is at 176.3, both confirming a powerful bullish trend. However, such extreme readings can also indicate that the trend is overextended and may be due for a pause or reversal. Traders should keep an eye on these trend indicators for early signs of a shift. Bollinger Bands are showing that NVTS is trading near the extreme upper band with a BB position of 98.82%. This suggests that the stock is overextended and could face a pullback. The band width is also expanding, indicating heightened volatility. The average true range ATR is at $1.24, and true volatility is spiking at 8.48%. Such volatility can create both opportunities and risks for traders, so it's important to stay alert for sudden price swings. Volume has played a major role in NVTS's rally. Relative volume is at 2.07 times the average, and the 20-day volume ratio is 1.13. On October 16, trading volume peaked at 144 million shares, far above the 3-month average of 30 million. The on-balance volume OBV and Chaikin oscillator both show strong accumulation, while the money flow index, MFI, is overbought at 76.42. However, recent days have seen a slight cooling in volume, which could signal a pause in the rally. Volume weighted average price, VWAP, for NVTS is at $7, which is more than 100% below the current price. This massive gap underscores the strength of the rally and suggests that most recent buyers are sitting on significant gains. Accumulation indicators like the Chaikin oscillator remain strong, but volume acceleration has started to slow down. This could be an early warning that the buying frenzy is cooling off, so it's wise to monitor these metrics closely. Linear regression analysis shows a steep upward slope for NVTS, with a projected price of $15.91. The R-squared value of 0.821 indicates a strong fit, and the current price is nearly 8% above the regression line. This positive deviation suggests the stock is overextended in the short term. Projections indicate a possible retest of resistance at $15.62 if momentum continues, but also highlight the risk of a pullback towards support if the rally loses steam. The short term, the technical setup for NVTS suggests caution. Overbought oscillators and extreme Bollinger Band readings point to a likely 10–15% pullback, possibly down to the $13.86 support level. The recommendation is to consider holding or trimming positions, and to look for buying opportunities on dips. Short-term traders should be especially vigilant for signs of reversal, as profit-taking could accelerate if momentum fades. Looking further out, the medium-term technicals remain bullish for NVTS. The explosive rate of change and strong ADX readings suggest the stock could retest its recent high of $16.85, especially if sector tailwinds persist. The overall technical score is 62.5, with momentum dominating at 91.69. For investors with a longer time horizon, the trend remains favorable, but it's important to stay alert for any shifts in volume or sentiment. Despite the bullish momentum, there are clear risks to consider. A sharp retrace to $12.57 is possible if trading volume dries up, or if there's a sector rotation away from semiconductors. The stock's extended position and overbought signals mean that any negative catalyst could trigger a swift correction. Risk management is key. Setting stop losses and monitoring support levels can help protect gains in this volatile environment. Technical score for NVTS is driven primarily by momentum, which stands at an impressive 91.69. The overall technical score is 62.5, reflecting strong trend and momentum but also acknowledging the risks of overextension. This score helps traders and investors gauge the balance between opportunity and risk, especially in a fast-moving stock like NVTS. Keeping an eye on how these scores evolve can provide early signals for shifts in market sentiment. It's important to note that this analysis is based purely on technical signals. While the technicals are overwhelmingly bullish, fundamentals such as demand for GaN technology and upcoming earnings reports will also play a crucial role in NVTS's future direction. Combining both technical and fundamental analysis can provide a more complete picture and help investors make more informed decisions. NVTS's rally has been supported by strong momentum across the semiconductor sector. Peer companies like Wolfspeed have also seen increased interest. Sector tailwinds can amplify moves in individual stocks, but they can also reverse quickly if sentiment shifts. Comparing NVTS's performance to its peers can help investors gauge whether the rally is part of a broader trend or unique to this stock. To wrap up, NVTS has delivered a remarkable technical performance in October, fueled by momentum, volume, and sector strength. While the trend remains bullish, overbought signals and extreme volatility suggest caution is warranted. Short-term traders should be alert for pullbacks, while medium-term investors may still find opportunities if the uptrend continues. As always, combining technical analysis with fundamental insights and sound risk management is the best approach in navigating fast-moving stocks like NVTS.